What if your crypto could pay you 5%, 10%, even 15% a year just for holding it? No lending to shady platforms, no day trading, just staking. Today we'll count down the top 5 staking coins that offer high passive income and have solid track records. If you're looking to earn yield in crypto safely, this list is for you. Staking is like earning interest or dividends in the crypto world. By locking up your tokens to help secure a proof-of-stake network, you get rewarded with more tokens over time. But not all staking is equal. Some coins have high inflation, so high APY but lower real profit. And some have lock periods that you should be aware of. We've picked 5 well-established projects where staking can be rewarding. Let's dive in.
The Avalanche, AVAX, approx. 9-10% APY nominal.
Avalanche is a fast Layer 1 blockchain known for its subnet architecture. When you stake AVAX, as a validator or by delegating to one, you currently earn around 9% annual rewards. However, keep in mind Avalanche's token has an emission schedule. The real reward rate is about 2.5% after accounting for inflation. Avalanche has a fixed cap of 720 AVAX in the far future, but until then it's inflating to reward stakers and fund the ecosystem. So your AVAX stack grows 99% a year, but the total supply grows too, making the effective gain lower in value terms. Why stake Avalanche? If you believe in its tech, fast finality, popular for finance and gaming dApps, staking is a great way to accumulate more AVAX. Pros: relatively high nominal yield, and you can unstake after a set period. No permanent lock. You choose 2 weeks up to a year delegation period. Avalanche staking is also straightforward using wallets like Avalanche Wallet or Ledger support. Cons: the inflation means that 9% isn't as amazing as it sounds. If you don't stake, you get diluted. Also, AVAX price can be volatile, so 9% more coins won't help if price drops 50%. Remember, staking doesn't eliminate market risk. That said, Avalanche is building out its ecosystem, like institutional subnets and partnerships. So if you're holding AVAX for long-term, staking is almost a must-do to maximize your holdings. Just note, to run a validator you need 2,000 AVAX, a high bar, but delegating, where you hand your stake to a validator, has no minimum beyond 25 AVAX, and you keep custody of your coins while they're staked. 4. Solana, SOL, approx. 6-7% AP nominal. Solana, famous for its high-throughput blockchain, offers around 6-7% staking yield to delegators. Its inflation rate started at 8% and is reducing gradually to 1.5% over many years. So currently, the real yield, after subtracting token inflation, might be around 1 to 3%. Not very high in real terms, but you're getting paid in a SOL, which if you expect to appreciate is still great. Pros: staking SOL is easy using wallets like Phantom or Solflare. You just choose a validator and delegate. There's no fixed lockup. However, there is an epoch schedule, height 2 to 3 days. And if you want to unstake, you'll wait about 2 days for your SOL to become active spendable again. Solana has a large validator community, and staking helps decentralize the network. And getting 6% on such a major asset is nothing to sneeze at. Banks certainly won't give you that. Cons: Solana's network issues in the past made some wary, but it has improved a lot. From a staking perspective, one risk is if a validator misbehaves, there's a slashing mechanism. Though in Solana's history, no slashing event has occurred yet, they are cautious with that. Also, since Solana's inflation is gradually lowering, the APY will slowly trend down over the years. But if usage grows, SOL's price could compensate stakers in value. I put Solana in this top 5 because it's a mature network with consistent rewards and strong growth lately. For folks, even retirees, who might be interested in Solana's stable of dApps, maybe for those sweet low-fee transactions, staking SOL can be akin to holding a stock that pays dividends. Just remember those dividends are paid in SOL itself. 3. BNB, Binance Coin, approx. 4-6% APY, nominal. Wait, BNB? Yes, BNB isn't just a utility token for Binance Exchange discounts. It's also the native coin of BNB Chain, formerly Binance Smart Chain, which is a proof-of-stake network. By staking BNB or using it in the BNB vault on Binance, users can earn roughly 4 to 6%. Some sources quote a real reward of 7.4%, but that may include additional yield streams. The base network yield is a bit lower. Pros: BNB has no inflation. In fact, it's deflationary because Binance regularly burns BNB from its profits. So the yield you get is not offset by inflation. It's more like you're getting a share of fees. This means the APY is more real. BNB is one of the most established cryptos, top 5 by market cap, and has had relatively lower volatility than some smaller coins, making it a potentially safer asset to stake for moderate returns. Also, staking BNB often comes with flexibility. On Binance Exchange, the BNB Vault auto stakes and also gives launch pool rewards, etc. if you use the exchange. Cons: if you stake on Binance Chain directly as a validator, the process is a bit technical, and there's a 7-day lock if you unstake. Many people just use Binance's own platform, which of course introduces custodial risk. Not your keys, not your coins. If decentralization is a concern, note that BNB Chain is more centralized in terms of validators, 21 main validators. But from an income perspective, that hasn't affected payouts. BNB's yield might seem modest at 5%, but considering BNB's strong adoption, gas for the biggest exchange's chain, many dApps, etc., and deflationary nature, that 5% could be considered relatively low risk, again in crypto terms. For someone who already holds BNB, perhaps you have it from using Binance or bought it for long term, not staking is missing out on compounding more BNB. Over 5 years, staking at 5% could increase your BNB stack by 28% cumulatively. 2. Cosmos, Atom, approx. 20% APY nominal. Cosmos Hub is the backbone of the Cosmos ecosystem, the internet of blockchains. Staking Atom currently yields around 20%, which is huge. However, Cosmos has a high inflation to incentivize participation. The real reward rate is about 7% after inflation. That's still substantial, and Atom staking has historically been one of the most popular in crypto because the network is quite decentralized with many validators, and Atom holders are generally long-term believers in the tech.
Pros: 20% sounds great when you see it in your wallet.
It means your Atom count increases pretty fast. Cosmos staking is also key to governance. Stakers often participate in voting on proposals for the ecosystem, so it gives you a say. The Cosmos ecosystem is growing, with chains like Osmosis, Juno, Kronos, etc., and plans are in place to give Atom more value capture through something called interchain security, where Atom stakers can secure other chains for extra rewards. If those plans succeed, Atom staking could become even more attractive or get additional reward streams. Cons: the big one, 21-day unbonding period. If you decide to unstake Atom, you must wait 3 weeks before those Atom become liquid. During that time, you earn no rewards and can't move your Atom. This is to prevent sudden mass exits, security feature. So Atom staking is for people with patience and confidence in the project, not for those who might need to sell on a whim. Also, if you delegate to a bad validator and they get slashed for double signing or prolonged downtime, you can lose a small portion of your stake. Stick with reputable validators to mitigate this. Check their uptime and community trust. Despite those, Cosmos's high yield has attracted many, including investors who want to generate cash flow. Some even treat Atom staking as akin to a bond, albeit a risky one, with 87% real yield, in a top 20 crypto that they believe will appreciate too. If you're a retiree interested in crypto, Atom is sometimes cited as a coin that can generate income. Just be aware of that 21-day illiquidity window, meaning it's not as flexible if you need funds quickly. 1. Polkadot. Approx. 14% APY nominal. Our number 1 is Polkadot, a multi-chain network aimed at interoperability, connecting various specialized blockchains called parachains. DOT staking yields around 14% right now, one of the highest among blue-chip cryptos. After accounting for DOT's inflation, the real yield is about 6%. That's quite solid, considering Polkadot's scale and stability. Pros: Polkadot is built for staking. It uses NPOS, nominated proof of stake, where DOT holders nominate validators. It has a large set of validators, around 300 active, and a pretty robust slashing system, though slashing events have been rare and minor. The network inflation, A78%, ensures the 14% nominal keeps validators incentivized and nominators, stakers, rewarded. Polkadot also has an interesting dynamic. To win parachain slots, projects often crowdloan DOT taking it off market temporarily, which can reduce liquid supply and potentially boost value. And those projects often reward DOT contributors with their own tokens, extra airdrop-style rewards. Thus, staking DOT not only gives you staking yield, but you might occasionally use your DOT to participate in crowd loans for additional one-time rewards, if you choose. From a retiree or passive income seeker's perspective, Polkadot's governance and staking are quite advanced and community-driven. The interface, Polkadot.js or Fearless Wallet, etc., may seem technical at first, but there are user-friendly options like Ledger Live, and even some exchanges offer DOT staking. Cons: unbonding period for DOT is 28 days, similar to Cosmos. So again, not very liquid when staked. You have to plan if you want to unstake. DOT's price also hasn't skyrocketed recently. It's been stable or down from highs, partly because as supply increases, it needs demand, from parachain lockups or new investors, to counteract. So the 6% real yield is what you're mainly getting unless price moves up. But that's kind of the deal. You're earning yield and hoping the network's usage eventually reflects in price growth. One more note. Polkadot's design is heavy on innovation, but maybe slower on marketing. Some wonder if it will catch the same hype as others. As a staker, you're essentially betting that slow and steady will win out, that Polkadot's ecosystem, which includes big projects like Akela, Moonbeam, etc., will flourish, and DOT will remain valuable as the central token connecting all chains. So those are our top 5? A quick honorable mention. Tezos, XTZ, offers 6% yield with about 1–2% real after inflation. It was one of the first to popularize staking, baking, and is a solid project, though its ecosystem growth has been modest. Also, Near Protocol, it's our 10% yield, but high inflation making real yield 5%, is another up-and-comer with sharding tech, worth keeping an eye on. To summarize the key tips for staking, always research the staking conditions. Is there a lockup or unbonding period? DOT, Atom have all 1 month. Others like Sol, few days. BNB flexible if using exchange. This affects your liquidity. Diversify if you stake a lot. Don't put all eggs in one basket. Maybe stake some DOT, some Atom, etc., rather than all in one to spread risk. Use trusted validators or official staking platforms. The yields we mention assume you stake properly. If you accidentally give funds to a fake app or a malicious validator, you could lose out. Stick to known wallets and validator lists. Understand tax implications. In many places, staking rewards are taxed as income when received. That means if you're staking a lot, you may need to keep records and possibly set aside some funds to pay taxes on the coins you earn. And if you're a retiree on a specific income plan, consider how crypto income fits into that. Consult a financial advisor or tax professional familiar with crypto. Staking is a fantastic way for long-term crypto holders to grow their assets passively. Instead of coins just sitting in your wallet doing nothing, they're put to work. The 5 projects we listed have strong communities and technical merit, making their yields more sustainable and meaningful than some random high APY altcoin that might collapse. Of course, nothing is zero risk. These are still volatile assets, but if you're holding anyway, staking tilts the odds a bit more in your favor. Let's quickly recap our list. 5. Avalanche, AVAX, 99% APY, 2–3% real. Solid L1, easy staking. 4. Solana, SOL, 6% APY, 1–3% real, blue chip high performance chain, stable rewards. 3. BNB, Binance Coin, 55% APY, real 5% since deflationary. Large cap, extra safe yield, no inflation. 2. Cosmos, Atom, 120% APY, 7% real. High yield, long unbonding, powering an internet of blockchains. Polkadot, DOT, 14% APY, 6% real. Multi-chain hub, great balance of risk-reward for staking. If you found this useful, please hit like and subscribe. Question of the day. Which crypto are you staking and what has your experience been? Let us know in the comments, especially if you have tips for fellow viewers. Thanks for watching, and here's to earning passive income on your crypto. Keep those coins staking, and until next time, happy investing.